Good afternoon. Fade to Black breaking news for this Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Want you to help support the show. You know what to do. Get your Fade to Black T-shirts. They're all autographed. They include shipping, and the links are below. We have 2 of them. Take your pick. The links are below. Help support the show and everything that we do here. All right, let's get straight to it. Lots to report today. On this day in history, 1971, a revolt at New York's Attica Correctional Facility ended after a bloody state police assault on the prison in which 29 inmates and 10 hostages were killed. I always think of Dog Day afternoon, right? Attica. Fate or fact? Here you go. The real name for a hashtag is an octothorpe. That's right. Now, I get the octo part. You can figure that out, but not the thorpe. Somebody let me know. But there's your fate or fact for today. Let's get to the breaking news. That's right. It went down yesterday, and mainstream media has started to report on yesterday's UFO hearing in Mexico City. Now, in the interest of transparency, I am going to quote something from MSN. All right, starting now. Quote, a pair of non-human corpses believed to be at least 1,000 years old have been displayed to Mexico's Congress. The mummified specimens were unveiled by ufologist and journalist Jaime Maussan in front of an audience of lawmakers and scientists on Tuesday. Maussan told the congressional session in Mexico City, quote, they are beings, non-humans, who are not part of our terrestrial evolution, and that after disappearing, we do not think there is a subsequent evolution, end quote. He added that the specimens, which were found in mines in Cusco, Peru, had been carbon analyzed by the National Autonomous University of Mexico. Quote, these beings are around 1,000 years old of antiquity, end quote. The corpses displayed in glass boxes were much smaller than an adult human. Eyes, a nose, and a mouth were clearly discernible on their faces. Also present at the unveiling was Ryan Graves, executive director of Americans for Safe Aerospace. Graves is one of the 3 American veterans who gave evidence to a U.S. congressional hearing about UFOs on July 26th. The hearing in Washington, D.C. looked into allegations around a cover-up of a government program to retrieve and reverse engineer UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, the term the U.S. government uses instead of UFOs. During the July 26th hearing, retired Major David Grush said that in 2019, the head of a government task force on UAPs had requested he identify all classified programs relating to the task force investigation. Grush also attached to the National Reconnaissance Office, which operates U.S. spy satellites. There you go. Mainstream coverage has started on the UFO hearings yesterday in Mexico City. I will keep you posted. Later on today at 2:30 p.m., I will be on with Christina Gomez on Mysteries with a History, and we will be discussing yesterday's hearings. So stay tuned for that. NASA tomorrow will host a media briefing at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. That's right, Thursday, September 14th, at the agency's headquarters in Washington to discuss the findings from an unidentified anomalous phenomena independent study team it commissioned in 2022. About 30 minutes before the briefing, the agency will publish the team's full report online, which aims to inform NASA on what possible data could be collected in the future to shed light on the nature and origin of UAPs, otherwise known as UFOs. The report is not a review or assessment of previous unidentifiable observations. Very interesting comment there. NASA defines UAP as observations of events in the sky that cannot be identified as aircraft or known natural phenomena from a scientific perspective. There are currently a limited number of high quality observations of UAP, which makes it impossible to draw firm scientific conclusions about their nature. The briefing will stream live on NASA television, the NASA app, and the agency's website at nasa.gov. The briefing participants include NASA Administrator Bill Nelson, Nicola Fox, Associate Administrator, Science Mission Directorate, NASA headquarters in Washington, Dan Evans, Assistant Deputy Associate Administrator for Research, NASA's Science Mission Directorate, and David Spergel, President, Simons Foundation, and Chair of NASA's UAP Independent Study Team. Wow, what a crazy week in the world of UFOs. All right. Now, this was just released. The Earth's life support systems are facing greater risk and uncertainties than ever before, with most major safety limits already crossed as a result of planet-wide human interventions, according to a scientific study released today. In a health check for the entire planet published in the Science Advances Journal, an international team of 29 experts found that the Earth is now, quote, well outside of the safe operating space for humanity, end quote. All of this due to human activity. The study, expanding on a 2015 report, said the world has now crossed 6 of the 9, quote, planetary boundaries, the safe limits for human life in areas such as the integrity of the biosphere, climate change, and the use and availability of fresh water. In all, it said 8 of the 9 boundaries are under more pressure than the 2015 assessment, with only the sky's ozone layer improving, raising the risk of dramatic changes in the Earth's living conditions. Yeah, I don't want to say it, but man, it's feeling like we're doomed. We just have to do something. We'll fix it. Warnings have been issued as Hurricane Lee continues to travel across the Atlantic Ocean as a very large Category 3 storm, with forecasters warning the storm is likely to remain a large and dangerous hurricane for the next couple of days and make landfall over the weekend. Lee was located about 475 miles southwest of Bermuda, with maximum sustained winds of about 115 miles per hour, the National Hurricane Center in Miami said in an advisory at 5 a.m. this morning. The storm was moving northwest at 6 miles per hour. The Hurricane Center said that the dangerous surf and life-threatening rip currents are affecting parts of the southeastern United States coast, and the conditions are forecast to spread northward along much of the U.S. East Coast and Atlantic Canada during the next couple of days. Well, it finally happened. Danilo Cavalcante, a convicted murderer who has been on the run for 2 weeks after escaping a Pennsylvania prison, has been caught. And you can check out the video. The police say he was surrounded by officers as he lay in long grass. He had a gun and he tried to crawl away, but was subdued by a police dog. Yeah, you always give up when that happens. He had been tracked by helicopters equipped with thermal imaging technology. Man, sigh of relief, right? Archaeologists, this is exciting. Archaeologists have discovered a major Paleolithic cave art site, arguably the most important found on the eastern Iberian coast in Europe. Over 100 ancient paintings and engravings, thought to be around 24,000 years old, have been found in a 500-meter-long cave in Covadones, or Cuevadones, a site located in Malares near Valencia in Spain. Researchers from the University of Zaragoza and Alicante in Spain, and affiliated to archaeology at the University of Southampton in the United Kingdom, made the discovery back in June 2001. Animals and signs were painted by dragging the fingers and palms covered with clay on the walls. The humid environment of the cave allowed the art to dry slowly, preventing parts of the clay from falling down, while other parts were covered by calcite layers, which preserve them until today. Findings of the study into the cave art, which highlight its true significance, are now published in the journal Antiquity. And finally, I'll leave you with this. I just finished One Piece on Netflix, a series you've probably never heard of, just like me. But I decided to give it a shot because you've got pirates, you've got fantasy, you've got treasure, right? I'm in. So without knowing anything about the story behind One Piece, I got this. In the first episode, Monkey D. Luffy, the kid, right? He's great, by the way. His character reveals that he drank a potion, and when he was younger, he's still a kid in the series, you know, he's like a teenager, and that he's got a body made of rubber. Yeah, like Stretch Armstrong. And at that point, I was like, all right, that's it. I'm out. I didn't want this. I didn't expect this, but I decided to hang in there, and I'm glad I did. One Piece is a fantasy adventure television series developed by Matt Owens and Steve Maida for Netflix. The series is a live-action adaptation of the ongoing 1997 Japanese series of the same name by Ichiro Oda, who served as a major creative consultant for the series, by the way. The series stars an ensemble cast, including Inaki Godoy, who plays Luffy. He's amazing. Emily Rudd, she's great. Makin Yu, Jacob Romero Gibson, and Taz Skylar as the main 5 members of Luffy's Straw Hat Pirates. The character development is deep, and it's very well done. You've got the Arlong Pirates. Yeah, they're fishmen, and they're tough. You've got the Red Hair Pirates. You've got the Black Cat Pirates. And you've even got, this is the closer for me, the Cook Pirates. That's right. Chefs. Craig Fairbrass as Chef Zeph kind of steals every scene he's in. He's amazing. And the scene of him and him and his assistant chef on this island, it's just incredible. You need to check it out. He's a former pirate and the current head chef and owner of Barati. It's a floating restaurant in the middle of the ocean, shaped like a fish, and they cook great food. You got to check it out. Right? And they're all searching for One Piece, a buried treasure. Now, listen, let your imagination run free. Forget about the Stretch Armstrong thing that I mentioned. You actually grow to like it. But go and check it out. Let just run free. Let it go. Just like a pirate. Check out One Piece. You can thank me later. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Wednesday, September 13th, 2023. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Newman. I'll be up in about an hour with Christina Gomez on Mysteries with the History. We're going to be covering yesterday's hearing in Mexico City. All that and much more. And then tonight on Fade to Black, it's an AMA. You can ask me anything. And that's all I've got for now. So I've got one thing to say. Go back, Lee Tappy.